Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of Regularology. Now, we tried to do this podcast before and we started talking about Balenciaga being the spawn of Satan, and everything stopped. Like the video stopped recording, the audio stopped, friggin' Matty's eyes started rolling back.
Well, I'm telling you, man, something was going on. I didn't know if I was going to make it, but, you know, somehow I'm still here to continue to do this podcast, which is pretty mad because it would be pretty shit, man. It took me like half an hour to get here, traffic, this, that.
But what we were talking about was we actually were speaking for a little while and we had to start this again, which is really annoying, but there was this sound coming from the phone, like a siren sound, and it was like it was calling 000, and I reckon it was calling 000 because we started talking about Balenciaga. That's what I reckon. That's a conspiracy.
It's pretty crazy, man. That was a strange experience.
Like, what was the last thing we said? They were making shoes out of dead babies?
Yeah. Yeah. We were doing that.
It's not happening now, so we're just...
I mean, they're not. We can't say anything or else, man, we're going to have to do this again.
No, I'll bash him.
Man, you know what I think about? The first thing I think about when I think of Balenciagas is like some hectic wog chick called like Gina or some shit. And like, I don't know, man. She drives like a CLA 250. She's like flying down Milliard Road to get the High Point to buy some etched leggings. She's doing like 200. And like, you're having a look at her fly past, and the only thing you can see, apart from her Balenciaga glasses, of course, is her lips that look bigger than the Italian sausages I get from my butcher at Thomastown. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Balenciaga.
I love how she's going down Milliard Road. People from around the world are going to be like, Milliard Road? What the heck's Milliard Road?
No,
Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
They know, because they put one and one together and they're like, oh yeah, you know those Melbourne chicks with like those hectic lips and stuff like that, man, that rhymes. Maybe I should just end this podcast and start rapping.
Nothing turns me off more than those lip fillers.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Nah, they're bad.
Girls, if you're doing that or you're thinking about doing it, you just should stop. You just don't. It's not attractive. You look fake and the lips look fake, and if I don't know what they're pumping in there. They're pumping
just embrace the wrinkle.
Pig fat in there. I don't know what they're pumping in there. Balenciaga, baby blood, probably.
Yeah, the thing is, some really like, I knew a really good looking girl. Like, I went to high school with this chick, like, really good looking girl, and then she went to go get those lips done, and I was just like, why, man? Like, she was a solid 8, and now she's 6.5 on a good day, I reckon.
But just because of the
really
lips.
Just because of the lips.
So really
she's a 4.
Hey, how much is stuff from Balenciaga? Like, is it expensive?
Yeah, Balenci's. Yeah, man, they're proper expensive. Oh, as far as I know, but they're pretty up there in like the designer world. Like, they'll probably be as expensive as Saint Laurent or Gucci or something like that. I don't know. I can't afford anything Balenciaga.
Have you seen the head on the designer? Maybe we can just put up a photo like right now to show everyone. Pop it up.
The head of the designer.
Yeah, dude, like she's actually really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She kind of looks like Satan.
It doesn't
Like
surprise me.
that's who you're meeting if you're going to hell.
What national would she be? She looks like she's from Russia.
Yeah.
But she's like wearing all red and she's holding 2 babies that are completely red that look like they've been dipped in blood.
It's full on, man. But what was going on? Like, I know that I feel like there's something is going on in Balenciaga. Like, every time I check my Instagram or something, there's always some crazy conspiracy coming up or some reel that looks a bit hectic. But I did see that that fashion show, and those guys, I know there's memes of it, like those guys are walking out with it looks like those black trash bags. And have you seen it?
No, I don't think so, no.
You haven't seen it, really? Those guys, like, they're walking around. They look like, I don't know, man. They look like friggin' demons. It looks cooked.
They're walking around in trash bags.
No, yeah, they look like, man, someone
Get it up, Josh.
Man,
Can you get it up?
Jamie from Joe Rogan, bring this up, man. Just type in Balenciaga trash bag walk.
Yeah, type that in. Well, I don't know. It's just weird, man. Like, I think when that, like, I don't know, whatever, the child stuff that came out, then those pictures and stuff like that, and everyone gets in an uproar and they're surprised. I feel like I'm not surprised. Like, I feel like weird stuff like that is happening on the upper echelons of society. Like, it's been happening since ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about when you get all the money in the world is I don't know, you go into kids. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty cooked, but there's got to be something like deeper than that. Like, I don't know, my mind's going straight to, like, I don't know, people would probably call me, I guess I probably am, like a conspiracy theorist, but to me it's got to be some Satanism money connection thing here.
Yeah, I reckon as well, man.
The only thing I found is this guy that's like taped. He's black.
Sure.
He's
show Matty.
Yeah, show me. Nah, man, there's like video. Hang on a minute.
What I do want to see is that video of her yelling Balenciaga. I want to play that.
I'll get it up.
Get ready for that, folks.
I've got an iPhone. All of a sudden, I don't know how to use one.
Yeah, this stuff, man. Like those videos and the thing about Balenciaga meaning do what you want, and that's like Aleister Crowley, you know, and the ball thing. Ball. Ball. That's probably gonna peak.
No, it's here. Like, Balenciaga had a mud runway that rivaled Splendor. This was nothing like Splendor. The mud in Splendor is because it fucking rained. This is just because they did it like this. Like, look at that.
What's Splendor?
Splendor in the grass. Isn't that what the
music, mud? Oh, okay.
They're talking about the mud because
Woodstock thing.
Yeah, because it rained there.
Yeah,
bro, look
hippies
at this.
Getting naked
this is
in the mud.
Man, I'm work for a construction company. I can't even get enough trucks to deliver this mud to some of our projects, man. That's how much mud there is here. Have a look.
Is that one of their shows?
Yeah, that was their show, man.
And they're just in mud.
Hey, surely we can bring this up. There's got to be YouTube of this show. You got to watch it. It's cooked.
Balenciaga's mud pit show at Paris Fashion Week is getting down and dirty. Getting what? He's getting the dirty looks on the internets. The brand made its models walk through a pit filled with mud to exhibit its summer-spring 2023 collection. The likes of Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Who now goes by you
and
Bella Hadid. How long ago was this, man? Didn't they sever ties with him?
I think it was a year ago.
This was a year ago.
But people are severing ties with Kanye on a daily basis, man. No one can keep up.
I know, yeah.
As long as Kanye says something, he's losing some more money.
And you know what? I like Kanye. I don't care if you care about that. I like Kanye. I reckon he's alright.
Kanye too, man.
Troll.
Graduation albums, freaking mad.
Kanye West. I'm from the West. I like the West. I like Kanye West.
I like Kanye. I don't mind Kanye.
Well, you know what?
Dude, that Kim Kardashian went from Kanye to that guy with the absolute busted head.
Oh, you're talking about the Pete Davidson?
He's funny, but he's got a busted head.
Yeah, his head's buckled, man. 100%. But that's why the internet is baffled that he's going out with that Emily Ratajkowski, whatever her name is. Chick.
How the heck is he pulling all these freaking birds,
That's
man?
what the internet is saying.
Did he go out with Ariana Grande as well? How the heck is he pulling these girls, man?
Everyone is bamboozled about how Pete Davidson, his buckled head, is pulling all these girls. It's a mystery, man. That's a conspiracy within itself.
Yeah, that's the real conspiracy.
100%, man.
Forget the devil.
Forget the devil, man. Oh, man, forget the devil. Forget Balenciaga. Forget Kanye. This is, man, we got to solve this problem. This is the real conspiracy.
So what do you think? What are you thinking? Why?
No, man.
There's one thing that guys always go to, but we'll leave that one out.
You know what's crazy is that we actually know someone that went out with Ariana Grande. Or we know someone who knows someone.
Who knows someone.
Yeah. That's true.
Small world.
Grande.
Ariana, but like it's big, yeah, because like grande in Italian. But yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't get how he's pulling those girls. But anyway, I don't know. Let's get back to the Balenciaga thing because I think everyone wants to talk about that. Well, I want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's
Shall I
have a
play
chat.
that? Shall I play that video?
Play that video. But in the meantime, Matty,
Yeah.
how much would you have to be paid to do accounting for Balenciaga? Matty's an accountant, by the way.
How much would I have to be paid?
Yeah, per year to do it. Accounts for the devil.
Fuck, man, I'll do it for free. No, oh man, Balenciaga a fair bit, man, a fair bit, because I feel like
would you do?
I feel like there would be a lot of cookery involved for some reason. I don't. Maybe there wouldn't be. Maybe it would be really boring.
Yeah, but like what is all these like expenses here? Like, you know.
So what's all this blood, man? Who purchased $5 million worth of vampire blood or some weird shit? Like you get the invoice and it's like cool fucking werewolf blood and shit. Like yeah, there'll be some.
Where did you guys get all this mud from? Matty,
Yeah.
can you put through the invoices for the truck ton of mud that we just bought?
So the mud goes
From
to
Egypt?
landscaping because, you know, we had to do up the front of Balenciaga headquarters. Oh, where is it? Where is Balenciaga? It's in France. It's French. Is it French?
I think it's Spanish.
Balenciaga Spanish.
I think.
Yeah,
don't know.
probably.
It sounds Spanish. It sounds Latin, but I don't know where it is.
It's like, oh, Matty,
If I play this video, I have to play it through your one.
Yeah, that's all right. And so in this video, you guys can't see it, but it's a scene from American Horror Story where one witch burned another witch at the stake and the witch yelled Balenciaga before being burned alive. Sure makes a whole lot more sense now that we know it translates to Baal is king. Well, you got to add the A for that, don't you? Can we just listen to that again because it's a nice yell?
That yell is it's on another level.
I have a conversation with a family member of mine, quite often. That, and I always say, if we knew what was actually happening in the people that actually control the world, I think we will be so mortified. That actually, I don't know. I don't think we can even imagine what's actually happening. I think that a lot of people are dying. I think there's lots of human sacrifice.
Human sacrifice.
You're right about the Spanish thing, though, man. Spanish.
They're Spanish.
Yeah.
Español.
Makes sense. It definitely doesn't sound French. I don't know where I got French from. Maybe I feel like most luxury brands similar to Balenciaga are French, so probably from that.
Do you reckon? What about Gucci? Gucci's Italian.
Gucci's Italian.
Versace's Italian. D&G is Italian.
Is it?
On.
D&G? Oh, yeah, of course
Dolce
it is. Yeah,
& Gabbana?
Dolce & Gabbana, yeah.
What else is there? Armani?
Yeah, Armani.
I think most of it's Italian, mate.
Yeah?
And there's also
Maybe. I
Louis
just
Vuitton.
really like Saint Laurent. I just
Saint
feel like like they're just so iconic, like the jackets and stuff. Particularly like the motorcycle jackets, or that, at least that style. They're so mad.
I don't even know what they look like, man, to be honest. I'm not really into high fashion. I don't know much about it.
No, you would have seen them. If you saw it, you'd be like, oh yeah. Like the I think it's the Teddy jacket that's really
Yeah, bring it up.
like, let's have a look.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something about remember the you were talking about human sacrifice, the Bohemian Grove thing.
Oh man, I went
But see,
so
that wasn't
far deep
real.
into
It
that
was like an
rabbit hole.
effigy. It wasn't like a real
the owl.
sacrifice. Yeah, it was like
Oh,
a fake.
sorry.
That's the Teddy jacket. No one's going to be able to see that. But
Oh, it's kind of like a jock jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's like a it's
it
like
looks
a
pretty
college
cool.
jacket. It's like a varsity.
Yeah,
it's like
varsity,
Collingwood.
that's it.
The Collingwood emerge.
Pretty sick.
It's a nice jacket though, man. That looks
How much
sick.
is that?
It's $3.5 grand.
What?
Yeah.
$3.5 grand. You can buy really shit car for $3.5 grand.
Yeah.
I can buy like a Toyota Telstra.
Bro,
no,
you
not
can get
Toyota
like
Telstra, Ford Telstra. $3.5 grand.
You can get like a Toyota Corona. They're like a 1979 model. It's not too bad. Bring it Macca's car park, pick up some chicks in the area.
Yeah, the Bohemian Grove thing.
Yeah, it's full on, man.
Did you watch that video?
Yeah, you're talking about the Alex Jones thing.
Yeah, when he
That's
went
how
to
he blew up.
Bohemian
That's a
Grove.
funny video, man. Alex Jones, he should be a comedian.
He reckons he just walked in
Yeah. Yeah.
and no one said anything to him. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm here for the child sacrifice.
Hey, that's pretty good, Alex Jones.
Oh, he's so funny, that guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, man? Like, people have written him off because of that, like, Sandy Hook thing or whatever that he said and stuff,
Yeah,
which he was wrong
yeah.
about or whatever. But, like, I don't know. I might have been on the Joe Rogan show. I don't know. But they went through a list of all the stuff that he got right. And, like, percentage-wise, it's like 95%. Like, he got most of what he said. Like, he was even right about the frogs being gay.
Dude, man, do you know the video about the gay bomb?
The gay bomb.
The gay bomb.
No,
I can't remember, but it's just so funny.
Oh, his video.
Yeah, his video, he talks about the gay bomb. But it was about the frogs. It was about making... Oh, was it about making
Gay
the
bomb.
frogs gay? Oh,
Turning the
something
freaking
about...
frog gay.
Something about this bomb that goes off and, I don't know, changes whatever in the atmosphere and it's got something to do with
Gay bomb.
like
Well, it turns
sexual
people gay.
stimulation of frogs. And I think that's the thing that he was saying
Okay,
turned the
okay.
frogs gay.
Okay, and he was right about it.
He was right about it,
He
man.
called it the gay bomb.
Yeah.
how-
Dude, hey, let me get my phone. Let me Google this.
How are the frogs gay? I know I've heard this before, but
Yeah, what he just said, something about water being poisoned or something like that.
Hang
and
on, I could be really wrong.
they something they
All
were
the
like
male
turning to the
frogs is-
same sex of frogs or something like that.
well,
I
they
don't
were
know.
all just banging. Do a bunch of
No, I don't
dudes.
know what they were doing, man. I don't know really. Like, I don't
The
really
frogs
know.
were straight, and then his bomb went off, and then they weren't straight anymore.
yeah. Gay bomb.
But here, man, have a look. The gay bomb and halitosis bomb are formal names from two non-lethal psychochemical weapons that a United States Air Force research laboratory speculated about producing. This here is saying that it's a theory, so maybe he was not correct about this. But the theory involved discharging sex pheromones over enemy forces in order to make them sexually attracted to each other.
Oh, but for humans.
Yeah, here it's saying that it's for humans. Man, it's relatively old, 1994.
Gee.
Leaked documents. Hang on a minute. There's got to be something about frogs here.
Hey, continue looking that up. Keep that train of thought because it's interesting. But do you guys remember there's a video somewhere on YouTube and you can look it up, right? It's somewhere on YouTube about there was like these scientists talking about a God gene. There's
Yeah.
a God gene.
I remember
I don't
that
know if
one.
it's in people's heads or some shit,
Mhm.
but it's people with this particular type of gene or something like that are inclined to have faith, like if it's Islam or Christianity or Buddhism, whatever. And they were making a vaccine to inject people so that they could get rid of that gene.
Yeah, they were in like a boardroom.
It was like a presentation
It
or
was like
some
a
shit.
yeah, I do remember.
Have you
that.
heard that?
No.
It looks like an old video as well. Looks like early 2000s or something. And they're like, make a vaccination so that faith part of, I don't know. I don't believe it. I reckon it's bullshit.
Yeah, I reckon it's bullshit.
But it's like real. It's a real video.
yeah, man, I've Googled it and it looks like there's definitely something going on here.
What?
Because there was scientific research and
About
there
what?
were all these...
About the frogs.
The frogs thing.
No, sorry, not about the frogs, but what about you're talking about?
Really?
Yeah, the God gene, yeah.
The God gene.
I mean, this is too complex for me. I can't even really understand it.
Yeah, that's probably why I only watched like 2 minutes of the video.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's
yeah,
going
God
into
gene
like
vaccination.
neurotransmitters and like how your brain responds to all these chemicals, and it's crazy.
I don't know if it's true. I don't think there's a faith gene.
No, I
I think it's
bullshit.
more of like something that's in your mind than your heart. You know?
Yeah, I think it's bullshit. Maybe scientists are getting bored these days.
Maybe, probably.
I mean, those days that was old.
They got to study something.
True.
Study, you know what they should study? They should study.
How Pete Davidson keeps picking up.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that, and then I was like, oh, no, maybe I won't say that.
But you know why they can't
I was going to say
study
something
that?
about his penis, but...
You know why they can't study that?
Why?
They'll never get an answer, man. This is
Yeah.
that's just a mystery that
it's
no
an anomaly.
scientist can solve.
Yeah, they're like, there is no evidence. There's no, you see like Americans in a boardroom, like at the White House, and like, we just don't understand how this is even happening.
Yeah, man. It's
We've pumped millions of taxpayer dollars into this, and we can't work it out. He keeps pulling these tens.
I think he's a pretty good looking guy.
Is he?
he's not like
Have you guys seen the movie that he's in called The King of Staten Island?
I don't think the bloke is like
He's
ugly,
good looking in that.
like the Hunchback of Notre
He
Dame.
looks like one of those frogs that turn gay. One of the
No, man,
frogs
he's
that
good.
Alex
I wish
Jones
I
I
was
don't
like him.
think he's classically handsome. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think he looks like a bit of a troll.
It's those weird big like he's got those moon crater eyes, man.
He's like,
He looks like a goblin a little bit.
yeah, he's got that kind of goblin, like he should be in Ghostbusters or something.
He's got those like really. He's got traffic light eyes, man. Like they're like deep. Like it's like I can see the outline of his skull.
But he's going out with the most. I
Don't
even know,
say
like
she's hot.
Who?
Kim Kardashian. Oh, he's not with her anymore.
I reckon Kim Kardashian's really hot.
No, man.
You reckon?
She's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, mate, she probably is the
She
biggest
probably
pain
is the
in the ass.
biggest pain in the ass.
She's the biggest pain in the ass, and she has the biggest ass. And it's fake, yeah? It's not real.
Dude.
How, could you be
Bro,
with,
she
could
couldn't
you
fit
be
through
with
the
someone?
door, man.
Could
You're
you
gonna have
be
to
with
do
someone?
extension to get her in here. She can't come on this podcast.
Babe, we're gonna have to renovate the house. Why? You can't come through the doors. Like you can't fit. Submit the plans to the council.
Bro, the council can't even approve of them. They're like, man, we can't accommodate for plans this big.
Yeah, these doorways are too wide. They're outside of our whatever you want to call it. I hate the council. I hate the council.
Mooney Valley Council will not even approve Kim Kardashian.
No, we can't make the doors that wide. But if I physically can't fit through the doors, my bum is big and fake. I need to get through the doors. No, we can't do it. And if we're going to do it, it's going to take 3 years. That's the Mooney Valley Council.
We
Your
don't
dogs.
have a permit this large.
Yeah.
We can't accommodate. We can't produce a permit this large.
We're going to have to crane you into the area, but we can't fit a crane big enough in the area. Therefore, we can't get... Yeah, like I said, I hate the council. But I reckon she's good looking.
Who?
I reckon when she was younger, she was better looking. Kim.
She's just, I don't know, man. I have never found Kim attractive. I don't know what it is. Guys think every time I say this to some guy, he thinks I'm crazy, but she's just not my type. I don't know
When she
why.
was young, she was very beautiful. Like, I mean, in her 20s.
Yeah, like, like she was in the music video for, and I still remember, she was in the music video for one of the Fallout Boy songs. I think it was Thanks for the Memories. There, she was really attractive. She was probably like 21 or 22 without all the, I don't know, whatever they pumped into her. But yeah, she was pretty decent looking when she was young, but I don't know, man.
Could you be with
Ridiculous
someone?
ass.
Could you be with someone with a fake bum?
Nah.
No?
Nah, look.
I'm just asking. I don't know. I probably wouldn't either, but I'm just saying, I'd probably wake up in the morning and like look at her and be like, but what's in there?
Yeah.
Like, what? I'll be poking it. I'm like, what's inside?
Man, I reckon you can't even poke it. I reckon it's like someone pumped it with concrete.
Do you reckon it's hard? Nah, it's not hard.
Nah, it could be. Have a look at. Not that I look at a lot of photos or videos or whatever of Kim K, but it's so big to me. It just seems like
Kim got the
you know,
stopper. It's a
like,
shout out to my cousin Vlad.
the skin can only skin can only be stretched that much. And I feel like...
She probably got a skin graft. I don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably.
Nah, but dude, skin can stretch a lot because there's people that can't leave their house because they're so fat.
Yeah, but you know,
like there's people getting craned out of their houses.
But you know when someone's
knocking walls
proper
down.
fat, like it's like their gut looks hard, or maybe that's like a beer belly.
Maybe that's the beer belly. But there's people that are fat and very soft. I've touched it.
This is hilarious, man. Look, I'm just saying, Kim Kardashian's ass looks like a pile of concrete to me, and I couldn't go out with a chick who had a fake ass. You just can't do it.
Yeah,
even fake tits
similar.
I don't like. I don't like fakeness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fake tits, they just stay up. Like, come down a bit, you know? Be natural a bit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, some feminist is going to be watching this.
Probably, yeah.
And we're going to get cancelled before we get to episode 3.
I hope I get cancelled, man. I want to get cancelled and I want to get exiled and go to Siberia. It's better than Melbourne.
Yeah, true. Man, take the boys with you. I'm coming for sure, man. I'll work from Siberia. I reckon my company will be all right with it. Have some income, man. We'll be mad. That's it.
Do you reckon like there's, because I think you get your videos get like scanned when you put them on the internet, right, on YouTube. Yeah. So do you reckon there's like keywords where they're like looking out for and they're like, oh man, these guys are talking about Balenciaga, the devil. Like they're talking about our bosses. We can't let them put this video on.
Yeah, but not if we're saying that they're mad. We're like, fuck, they're mad cunts, man. It's like, fuck, man, we've got to put this video up now for sure.
It goes viral because you love the devil.
Fuck, man, these guys, they love my bosses. Man, I might support the show.
Yeah, support us.
But you know what? You're probably right, man.
We might be the first podcast to get sponsored by YouTube.
Hey, man, anything can happen.
Like, I'm not even talking through like the ad revenue. I'm talking about like YouTube. Like, we like you because you guys like the devil, and they start giving us money. Like YouTube just starts giving us cash, and we do YouTube promos by saying we're on YouTube. I don't know.
Hey, man, never say never, yeah? We just keep talking shit. Someone might like it.
I think the last video
bit of this, bit of that.
Got like 67 views, which is a record because it's the first video. So let's see if we can break it with this video, people. Let's break it. Let's see if we can break 100 views. 100 views. And you got to listen all the way through. Don't listen to the first 2 minutes, Stevie.
Is that what he did?
Probably.
That sounds like something he would do.
Nah, a lot of people listened all the way through. It was good. Frank was a good first guest.
Yeah. Frank is like a naturally funny guy, man. He's probably the funniest man I think I've ever met.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
He's just always funny.
Yeah, he's just naturally a laugh. I'm going to get him back to do the last podcast of this year will be a Christmas special podcast. I'm going to get him to do it, and I'll get him to dress up as a certain somebody, and we'll do like call-in stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Like
like people call in?
Or maybe, I don't know. That might be a bit hard though. Maybe we'll just do like questions on Instagram or something like that, and we'll get Frank to give his godly advice.
Hey, it's a good idea, man. He would have some funny advice.
His godly advice.
Yeah, his godly advice.
You know, one of the first times I met Frank, I was I think I was probably 15, and I was bagging him. I was making fun of his weight, which is really bad of me. But anyway, 15, I was cocky. I was actually really giving it to him this one night, and he got that upset that he pushed me that hard. I hit the car that was next to me, and the car alarm went off.
Yeah, actually, I remember that. It was hectic.
Yeah,
he pushed you pretty hard.
Yeah.
I actually remember the first time I met Frank. Frank was driving. He was really young, man. This was this was a long time ago. I mean, I was really young. I definitely wasn't driving. I was probably like 13. But he drove. I think you boys will remember. He had that Holden that Toyota made like the same shape car.
Toyota
the Lexan.
Yeah.
He had that Toyota Lexan.
It's a VP.
That was like, I think it was even mocked up as a Holden. I thought it was a Commie, but it wasn't. Anyways, he was driving and he was driving us somewhere. I'm pretty sure you boys are in the car as well. And he had one of the Metallica albums on, and the radio or the CD player was busted, man. Even over the slightest hump, it would skip. The whole drive, we're just listening to full blast Metallica, just skip. Like, I reckon cars next to us could hear it.
You know what was crazy about that as well is that CD was stuck in his.
Yeah, that's right.
He couldn't take it out.
Shit.
He couldn't take it out, so he was just he was listening to the Black. It was a Black album. Frank will remember
just everywhere
that.
he went, skipping.
Just Enter
But he
Sandman
loved it,
every
man.
day. Oh, you'd get sick of it though. Enter Sandman every day. I've been listening to a lot of rock lately, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
what?
just like Guns N' Roses and Metallica and Kiss.
Yeah.
Deep Purple.
All the good
That I
stuff.
put on before. I think after talking to Frank about his musical influences, I just started pumping, especially Deep Purple, man. And I found a song that Deep Purple ripped off. They ripped a riff off.
Really?
So the song Black Knight. If you don't know it, look it up. But there's a song in the '60s by Ricky Nelson called, I don't know what it's called. I think it was like 1962. It came out like way before Black Knight came out. Riff is exactly the same, man. Exactly the same.
What? And so what happened? No lawsuits, nothing. They got away with it.
I'm not sure in that situation, but most of the time, no, they don't get away with it. They have to either agree to put them down as a writer, or take it off. Don't put it out.
Yeah, because it's if they sort of acknowledge that it's been sampled and they agree to it, then it's fine, right? So I think
but they want cash.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're going to want cash.
Like a credit, like a writing credit.
Yeah.
Like
That's interesting.
Like that song, that Sam Smith song, Stay With Me.
Mm.
That song, there's a song called I Know I Won't Back Down.
Yeah.
It's a Tom Petty song.
Yeah.
Tom Petty was like, you stole my song.
Yeah.
He's like, it's all right, I like your song, but you need a writing credit if you want to keep it public.
That's a proper famous song as well.
Yeah.
Like he's picked a very big song.
Yeah. There's a lot of things there's a lot of situations like that, man. Really, it's really interesting because I think a lot of the time that it's not intentional. Like they're probably
listening to him, man, because it's melody as well, right?
But maybe not even recently. Maybe it's something like that's in your subconscious.
Yeah.
That you, like for instance, George Harrison, My Sweet Lord?
Yeah.
That song is practically a rip-off of an earlier song by like a 60s chick group called, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah, I remember
so
seeing.
Fine.
Yeah, that's right.
He's so fine.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, he like went through a massive lawsuit and like the judge ended up saying it's exactly the same song, but I don't think it was intentional.
Yeah.
And he had to give like writing credits and stuff, and he reckons he was scared to write songs after that.
Really?
He was like, I'm afraid I'm going to steal someone's song.
Yeah, it's pretty full on.
Oh, you know what I did watch this week? I've been watching like this week and last week, I've been watching like a lot of Tarantino films.
Oh, yeah?
And I watched Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, man, that's probably one of my favorite movies
Yeah,
of all
it's
time.
a top
I
film,
don't know
man.
how many times I've watched it. That never gets old.
I've probably seen it maybe 10 times or something like
It's
that.
so good.
Yeah. Very good film. And it's never bad anytime you watch
It's
it.
good, man.
But that, he got accused of using another film, like ripping off another film. And there's one part of another film, it was like a Japanese film or something like that, where it is exactly the same. Like it's exactly
really?
the same. Yeah. And he was asked about it when the movie came out. And he was like, he said, it's a different movie. He said, but there's one part of that movie that I 100% stole. I stole it.
So he just admitted it.
Yeah, he said, and what was interesting was he said, every good artist steals. There's nothing that is completely original. Everyone is taking from something.
Yeah.
And what was interesting to me was like he said, every good artist steals. And then I heard Paul McCartney say something similar, because Paul McCartney was in an interview and they were saying, well, back in the day, everyone copied you. Everyone was copying the Beatles. And he said, we copied a lot of people. We stole a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, we took from there, we took from there, we took from there, we took from there. He's like, he said, everybody does it.
Well, how else do you like draw inspiration and come up with like ideas, right? Every idea is already from an idea. It's
Exactly.
I think that's just like the way life is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to draw,
That's what they were trying to
especially
say.
in the creative industry, like you have to draw inspiration from something, right? It's got to come from somewhere. And what formulates the ideas that you have? So you might think to yourself, oh, I've got a completely original idea. Nobody else has thought of this. But your formulation of the idea has come from some ideology somewhere. So it's come from an idea.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
man, maybe it's about formula. Like, how do you put it together? In terms of like a band, I guess, maybe popularity, but I guess then again, you've got to get to that stage, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like combination of elements, it's pretty crazy, man. It's crazy that the guy so big could come out and say something like that.
Tarantino.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
even like guys like the Beatles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tarantino especially, because he hasn't pumped out heaps of movies because it's quality over quantity, right?
Yeah, 9 films.
Yeah.
But he wrote them as well.
Yeah. There you go.
It's not like he just
9
directed them.
films is a lot. 9 films.
But it's been a long
Feature-
time.
Feature
Yeah,
length.
has been a while.
I think
Yeah,
the
that's
first film was 92.
What was his last
Well, it's
film?
been 20
Once
years.
Upon a Time in Hollywood. Was that his last film?
Wait, no, 20 years.
20
It's been 30 years.
30 years.
That's how old I am. I don't get that wrong.
Because it doesn't feel. Yeah, I'm pretty much there too.
2002 was 20 years
Oh
ago.
my goodness.
Nah,
2002 was 20 years. Nah.
2002 was 20 years ago.
Oh, it was 20 years ago. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it though.
2002. Jeez Louise. How old was I in 2002? I was... What? 8? 7?
No.
I'm bad at maths. I'm sorry.
You were like
I was
I was grade 3. You were grade 2. No,
I was 10. I was 10.
you were grade 4. I was grade 3.
So I was 9.
Wait, I think I got that wrong,
I
man.
think you were grade 2. I was grade 3.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry, no. In 2002.
No, you were grade 4. I think I'm right.
I was 11. So I was in grade 5.
You were grade 4, and I was grade 3.
So I was 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because I was born in 1902.
So I was right the
We're
first
bloody
time.
idiots. We are bloody idiots. We're sitting with, by the way, we're sitting with an accountant.
Hey, I got it right the first time, man.
Did you see Frank's face in the last podcast when he found that he was a millennial?
Yeah, he didn't believe it.
I don't want to
Yeah.
give away my age, man. I'm telling people I'm 25.
Yeah.
Cheeks, man. I'm 21, mate. Don't worry. If you want to go to jail, it's a good idea.
Age is a funny thing, man, because we get really hung up on age.
Yeah.
We ask how old people are, how old people were when they did certain things, and we compare it to ourselves.
Yeah.
And it determines, in your mind, sometimes think whether you're a failure or not if you haven't done something by 30 or by 25 or something like that.
Mm.
But basically bullshit.
It's just about like what is age? It's how you it's like how you measure that your body is getting older, right? That's really all it is. Like your body is aging.
But it also is
You're
like,
closer to death.
yeah. But there is also sometimes markers, like through the years, like people think like should kind of be around about here at the age of 50 or whatever.
Because there's like optimal ages to do certain things in your life. I suppose.
Yeah.
But then if you have that mindset, well, if you're past that age, you're never going to do it, which is a really bad mindset to have. Or if you think that you're past that age for whatever perception you got from society, that's a bad thing. Because man, you should be doing whatever you think you can do when you're capable of doing it. But then again, you probably, if
Never
there
will
is an
be.
optimal age to do something, which a lot of
Exactly.
things do have optimal ages, you probably should do it if you can.
But yeah, a lot of things do have optimal ages, but I don't think. Just say like people say, by the time you're 35, you should. It'd be probably reasonable for a person to have been married, have a couple of kids, be pretty financially stable, and have a mortgage or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're ever going to feel ready for those things. You just got to do them.
Yeah, 100%. But most things are like that in life, right?
I think it's everything. Like,
yeah.
Like people think that, I don't know, you should be married. It'd be good to be married by 30 or late 20s or la-di-da. But if you don't do it, you're not going to feel ready. You know, it's not just going to happen.
No, I agree. I don't think there's I think if you're waiting for the feeling of readiness, it's never going to come, man.
Yeah.
Like no one's ready for anything. You need to just dive into the deep end. You need to just do it.
That's right, man. It's scary, but certain things are scary to do.
You know what's more scary, man? Is missed opportunity.
Yeah.
That's more scary.
Yeah, that's
like
channeling Jordan Peterson there.
Yeah, I know.
You should be
big fan of JP.
Me too. He's all right, that guy. He talks a bit too much, but he's all right.
Yeah, he's great, man.
He's a wordsmith.
He's probably one of the better things that have happened to this generation.
That's true. Remember when we went to see him like ages ago? Man, it was like before I even knew what the word pandemic was.
Yeah.
And that was a relatively small crowd as well.
Yeah.
I just saw him at Rod Laver. That was like crazy big.
Dude, when we went to see Jordan Peterson, I was thinking about this the other day. He wasn't as well known as what he is now. I remember telling people at work that, man, I'm going to see Jordan Peterson. No one knew who he was. Actually, that's not entirely true. My boss knew. My boss was a big fan. Like, he was really well informed. He knew. No one else knew, man.
It was just blowing up, though.
Yeah.
At that time.
Because that was like 2018?
19, yeah.
No, it was...
No.
Oh, yeah, 2019. Because then the next year I went overseas.
We went overseas 2 weeks after that.
2 weeks after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually remember.
And I forgot everything that he said.
I just remember walking out and I thought that it was amazing, man. It was really good.
Yeah.
Amazing experience. So I would recommend that if you can go see JP, go and see him.
Well, he just went to see him.
Yeah, because he just came out.
He's when I saw him, he said that was the biggest crowd he ever spoke in front of.
Oh, really?
It was something like 12,000 people.
No, a bit more. Rod Laver Arena.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many people does that hold?
Like 20,000 or something?
Anyway, biggest crowd, he reckons.
One day he's going to be like speaking to the MCG.
Yeah. When we went to see him, I feel like that time, for some reason, there was a lot of controversial stuff going on. Do you remember like the cops? The cops were like, there were police everywhere. I don't know if you remember.
Because there was going to be like, what, riots or something?
Yeah, there's going to be riots.
But there was nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing. But I just feel like it was just like I don't know if you know the Lauren Southern stuff. And then there was like the whole, I don't know, the internet was going crazy about the whole Gavin McInnes thing. And
Lauren
I
Southern.
don't want to get too deep into this, but there was
Lauren
a lot
Southern.
of like...
She's pretty hot.
She's very hot.
That's the first thing I think. She speaks good, but she's hot.
Like, she said something, and like, yeah, I can't remember because I was just concentrating on her.
Was she there at Jordan Peterson thing?
No, but I think she came out a couple months earlier or something like that. But there was a whole, like in the media, I feel like at that time, there was a whole massive thing around this whole right-wing stuff. And there were cops rocking up and because there were riots, particularly in New York. There was a big New York incident with one of the speakers there. And that was like Milo, the whole Milo Yiannopoulos. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, Milo.
That was around that time. There was a lot of controversy then. So, yeah, when we were rocking up, there were cops everywhere. I was like, man, is there actually going to be riots? There was nothing in it. Everything turned out to be great. But, yeah, it's pretty full on, man.
Milo Yiannopoulos, man. Right wing, left wing.
He was like, they didn't know how to work him out because he was apparently like a right wing.
But homo.
Yeah, but he was, yeah.
Oh, homo.
And then they were saying that he was racist, but I think his partner was black. So people didn't know how to categorize him.
Do you reckon it was fake? Do you reckon it was like a fake thing?
I don't know, but that guy he's been cancelled for ages. He hasn't been on the internet for.
But you know what I don't understand about this cancelling thing? I just think like
he commented on one of my posts.
What are they getting cancelled from? What are people getting cancelled from?
It's their career. No one's going to hire them.
But like, why don't they just keep doing what they were doing? Like,
dude,
what's stopping them?
I think he went bankrupt, man, because like, man, well, think about it like this: if you're not allowed on the internet anymore, how is your content gonna reach people in the way that these guys need it? So what happens? You don't generate views.
So they cancel you by taking away all your accounts.
Yeah.
So Instagram, Facebook.
How can you can't gather a following now? You've gone back to the dark ages, man. You've gone.
But haven't they done that to Kanye?
You might as well have a Nokia 3316.
But haven't they done that to Kanye and everyone is still talking? Didn't they do that to Tate? Everyone's still talking about him.
No, they're on the internet. Well, they've come back. Well, Kanye never left the internet, but he just got a lot of deals, a lot of contracts like Balenciaga and whatever else that he had. He had the one with his Yeezys.
Yeah,
his Adidas.
Adidas, yeah.
I don't think you can cancel Kanye though. I think it's too big.
No, he's too big, man.
He's too big. Like
he's different as well because he makes music. He's a musician essentially, or he's a rapper.
But what about Tate, man? Because Tate got taken off everything, and he's just like everywhere still.
Yeah, but maybe.
And he was like, I cannot be cancelled.
But maybe it's because it's got something probably to do with Musk.
That guy's so cool, man.
Like,
I really like him.
But yeah, but Musk.
You don't like him?
He purchased Twitter again.
You like him?
I really like him because of how cool he is.
Yeah. He says cook shit. He's a Muslim now.
Yeah, he's a Muslim. But I was saying like
bullshit is a Muslim, mate.
I just realized I said Musk buying back Twitter. He didn't buy Twitter back. He just purchased it. He just purchased it once. But I think that's got something to do with it as well because Trump's allowed back onto Twitter now.
Did he get an account back?
No, but I don't think Trump wants to come back. He wants to try and push his own platform, which I think is a bad idea. Twitter's just too big.
He'll probably end up going back, yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll end up going back. Hey, man,
Just
he had some funny tweets, man.
He's got to have like a really good comeback tweet, like, I don't know, like I'm back, bitches, or something.
Yeah, something like that. He would probably do something like that as well.
The king has returned. Oh, man, Trump was so funny, man. Far out. He said some funny shit.
Oh, man, he said some funny stuff.
I reckon that's a big part of why some people voted for him. They just
100%
found him so cool and funny.
He's got that cockiness.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that, man. Like, if you're a bit outspoken and a bit cocky, but like you're making a good point, people are going to like you.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually some people, and probably a lot of people are going to really hate you, but...
Yeah, he'll be a really polarizing figure.
Yeah.
But he said some funny stuff. Like, I'm trying to think of that thing that Tim always used to say. God, it's so funny. I can't remember. I'll think of it. Keep going. Someone keep talking. But he said some funny shit. He said so much funny stuff. Should you ring Tim? Yeah, hey Tim, what's that funny thing that Trump says?
I'm trying to think of some funny stuff. I know all the standard stuff, like, you know, he was talking about this is the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, but that's not funny. That was true.
Yeah, Josh.
Tim, it's James.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
What's that? Remember there was like that really funny thing that Trump said that we would always say? I just can't remember what it is, man. Like I know that's really vague, but
Trump used to say a lot of funny things.
was it something about? Man, is the speaker here or here?
At the bottom.
Was it something about China?
I think it was something like, the lady asked a question, and then Trump's like, oh no, hold on a second, what was it?
It was something about. Was it the virus? The China virus or something? Or
He's like, I'm gonna give you an update on the Chinese virus. So why do you keep calling it the Chinese virus? Because it's from China.
Dude, no one would have heard that, man. But shit, that's funny.
It comes from China.
yeah, I think they heard it.
No,
Yeah?
they'll hear it.
Oh,
Australia. Say that again, Tim.
Yeah, it comes from China.
It comes from China. Thanks, Tim. I'll let you go.
No, that's all right.
All right, ciao for now.
That's mad.
It comes from China. But there's something else as well, man. That he just said these freaking one-liners that just kill you. I would have voted for him.
Yeah, me too, man. 100%.
Like even just for that. They're all jokes anyway. Like, all of them. They're a bunch of jokes.
I love that, man. I love that cockiness. Like, he's just so base. Just say things the way they are.
Yeah. Oh man. So, tell us a bit about yourself personally, if you want. Don't get too personal, man, because these freaking starters here that are watching this. Just
Yeah, true.
tell us about. Tell us about.
I'm waiting for something so polarizing.
Or, I don't know. Just tell us what you think about. I was going to say tell us about like your childhood and stuff like that, but maybe more of an opinion thing would be funnier and more interesting. Not that your childhood's not interesting.
like what do I have an opinion about?
Yeah, like what's your opinion on or what's your opinion on like what we were talking about before? Like men and women, like and how they relate to each other at the moment.
This one's a big one, man.
We got time. We got time.
Man, I hope people are prepared to listen to this for another 3 hours.
Hey, but you don't want to say anything that's going to get you fired or anything like that.
I'm trying to choose my words very carefully. Man, you had to give me such a polarizing topic.
Mate, it'll be very hard to get fired from your job.
Look, I know, because I'm that good at my job, right?
Not only that, they just keep people on. You know, like,
They keep what?
They do.
they keep idiots on.
They keep what?
Hey, I'm
Keep
the only
idiots on.
I'm the only thing keeping this company together, mate. I'm the non-idiot there.
Keep going.
I know what you're referring to now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we won't say any names.
they do. Yeah, we won't say any more because I don't know. My car might be on bricks. Next time I come out from the office, but sometimes there are a few idiots. Sometimes they do work for your company. Sometimes your company don't know how to get rid of them. And I've got to put up with these idiots.
1 hour.
Oh shit!
That was 1 hour. It did not feel like 1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour of talking. That's
So, what do you reckon? Should I be answering this question? I just think, man. I think particularly, and I'm gonna bring up Mr. Tate because I feel like this whole topic and the internet is very obviously the internet's a really polarizing place, but a lot of these opinions are stemming from not only him, but just where society is headed in general. And I think the biggest cookery is social media, man. It's Instagram has cooked people. Online dating has cooked people to a degree.
Why? What's cooked them? Like what about it?
It's about the perception of people's lives. Like everything is just fake.
Yeah.
Or everything is perceived to be fake. Like people, and myself included to a degree, everything that people post, you're only posting the best stuff. And a lot of people want to portray their lifestyles or, the way that they present themselves in like a really mad manner. Like people want to be out there, like living their lives, showcasing all like the best parts of their lives. I don't know what they've purchased, where they're going, the places they're traveling to, who they're seeing, or whatever's going on here. And a lot of it is to probably just impress the opposite sex, really. I mean, what else is it really for? Or just to impress people in general, I guess. And there's just a big disconnect.
I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this podcast. The main reason why I wanted to start doing this was to get my mind off the stuff that's happening in the business aspect of my life. I just needed to do something just to get my mind off it. But part of it, I called it regularology because I just want it to be just a couple of people talking, just talking about what they think in that moment and not be afraid to say it. And, like I stink right now. I got dirty clothes. I was making cannoli today. That's what I was doing.
Mate, you're doing the world a very, very big service there,
I'm
man.
like basically Mother Teresa, but
when you have
the stomach.
When you have a good, that's mad. Hey, when you have a good cannoli, man, like you sort of forget about the world's problems.
Yeah, it's true, man. The ricotta, but that's what I mean. Like, as in, like I'm shooting it on an iPhone 8. You know what I mean? It's shit. You know what I mean? But I want it to be shit because everyone's shit.
That's it. No, that's right, man. Like, I think you did the right thing about the whole regularology. And the thing is that a lot of people, people in general, all people, me, everyone, like people, like you rate yourself, yeah? Everyone thinks that they're above regular in some certain aspect, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what? Everyone's regular. If you're from Melbourne, you come from you're just from the suburbs, you come from a middle working class family, you're regular.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
you're regular.
I don't know. Dudes are out here I don't know, man. There's some guys that are taking photos of their friggin', they've got their rollies out next to their, the steering wheel of their AMG that they're financed, but I don't know, they've been on compo for the last 6 months, which is all bullshit anyway. They've probably got no income and they live in their mum's basement and whatever. And they're out here trying to impress people that they probably don't even like. And I don't know, like dudes are out here rating themselves. Man, that same guy, I don't know, maybe he has a head that looks like a box from IKEA and he's a solid 5.5 on a good day.
A box from IKEA.
He thinks he's going to pick up Dua Lipa. Man, you're probably not. You're probably not. And the guys do it, girls do it too, man. Like, I was mentioning like those hectic chips, I can't speak. Those hectic girls with like, I don't know, the lips, and they're probably a hairdresser working 2 days a week, but they got Saint Laurent bags and jackets coming out the wazoo, and they're hopping out of their AMG A45, and they think they're going to date some guy who's like Brad Pitt. I don't know who the girls rate these days. Probably not Brad Pitt. He's a bit old, but yeah,
I rate him.
But yeah, I rate him too, man. He's definitely the cream of the crop. But yeah, so we're all out here cooked because the phones have cooked us, and nothing is what it seems, and that's what I think about the whole dynamic between men and women. We're all, I don't know, we're all rating each other, competing with each other. I don't know what we're trying to do. What are we trying to do? Who knows? Back in the day, you just want to pick up some girl and whatever. Now I feel like it's more than that, man. Like people's standards are cooked.
I think the standards thing is crazy, and like the amount of options that people think that they have. Like there's this illusion of options that cooks people from, because there's like singleness is going up.
Yeah, man. Have you seen, like, the stats are actually crazy.
And I reckon it's the illusion of options. Like people think, like,
100%.
you might get a lot of swipes on Tinder and Bumble and whatever.
Yeah.
There's the illusion of options. There's only a small percentage of people that actually have a lot of options. Most people don't have as many options as they think, but they think, and that stops them from choosing.
Yeah, because
I think we're all victims of it as well.
yeah, definitely.
Like you said before, like as in where everyone's a lot more regular than they think they are.
Yeah.
Like I tell this joke sometimes to chicks where, like I say, I got this scar on my face and I say, I was a 10 out of 10, but now I'm like only a 9.5. And if you think you're special that you heard that joke, you're not. I tell that joke to every chick. That chick's like a freaking, scour that I've been scrubbing a pan with after I've been cooking chavapi and eggs so I can hit my protein targets. You throw it onto the sink and you say, get
breakfast, man.
But yeah, that's the illusion of options, man. You don't have as many options as you think. I reckon that's true.
Yeah, 100%. Because everybody gets a bit of like, there's a satisfaction that you get when somebody rates you. It's like somebody swiped you, particularly for a guy. But like, I'm just going to be real here. Particularly if they're good looking, and then that's it. Like you rate yourself, you think you're God, man, and you get a buzz from that. And then what happens to you is, you want to chase that feeling again. So you keep swiping, and and you know what will happen? You will keep getting that. You keep getting more matches and more matches, and then you think to yourself, it becomes a game of you keep trading up. What is the next best woman? Or it doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be like in terms of relationships or people or whatever. It's like that in anything, material things too. You're always looking for the next best thing or the next best experience.
That's really true, man.
And particularly when it comes to dating, it's a bullshit thing. There's a massive disconnect there. Because you know what? She's probably doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
She's just out there trying to rate herself, and you're out there doing the same thing. And that's why there's a shit ton of ghosting. Everyone ghosts everyone.
Yeah.
That's a shit thing, man.
I try not to do that.
Yeah, I try not to do that as well. I think that's actually really bad.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not saying I haven't done it before because I have. But it's a very shit thing. Obviously, it depends how far deep everything's gone and everything else, but you don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
You can. Oh, look, if it's early days, no dramas. Everyone does it. It's just how society works these days.
Yeah.
But but if it's been going on for a little while and stuff like that,
just say something.
Yeah, just say something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the part of the problem, man.
Yeah, dude, man, it's pretty cooked, man. Like, I don't know. Back in the day, before the internet, like, you're thinking, you got together with the people that, like, were kind of in your life already, or someone that's in your life knows someone that say, like, hey, like, I know this girl, or I know this guy, like, she'd be really good for you. Do you want me to? And then you get together or something like that. Now, like, you're swiping people from Morty Alec. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go on the freaking Sorrento.
Yeah, because you go. Yeah, you put the distance. You put the distance at a max. You do it. I've done it. We all do it.
Yeah, I'm putting like 10,000 kilometers.
Right. If I could put in another country, I would. But yeah, you're right, man. Back in the day, it'll be like, man, your Uncle Gino came over and he's like, I know this chick. She's probably like your next door neighbor or something. And it works. You know, it actually works.
Because I read this thing once. Actually, the best way to meet someone is through like an introduction, like a mutual friend or something like that.
Yeah, it is the best.
When someone says, like, I think this like someone that's honest, that's like looking out for you, like if they think you're a good person and they know another good person, they try and get you together because they think you're good people.
Yeah.
And it's like a high success rate, something like that.
You know why, man? Because somebody already knows the type of person that you are. So they already know your character and they know the other person as well. And because they're like, how can I say it? They're like somebody external. They can probably see compatibility a little bit more than what you can. And they're just like, you know what? You two would probably make a good couple.
Because if looking at it from the outside.
Yeah, whether particularly if you're a guy, you're just rating a girl based on attractiveness. You probably meet up with her and realize that you have absolutely nothing in common at all, but you don't care anyway because you're just taken by you're taken by each other's looks or whatever else. So that's another element too, and I guess there's no familiarity there. It's like you don't know anything about this person. And it takes a fair bit to get to really know someone, man.
Yeah, it takes time.
I don't think you can. I don't even think. Yeah, like a couple of dates isn't going to do shit. No girl is going to work out anything about me with a couple of dates at all.
I think after a couple of dates, though, you should
know. It's either it's on or this person's not for me.
Or like you should be able to tell if you just want to keep on seeing them.
Yeah, 100%. I think a woman knows straight away.
You're not thinking about freaking starting a life with them. I just mean like if you're.
No,
I like this person's company.
Yeah.
See if they're aligning with certain. No, I don't even know.
But then the underlying intention. What did you say?
Who? Just them?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say anything funny.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, I thought you said something funny. I thought you said, man, I don't know. I'm not going to get married. That's what I thought you said.
I just said, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, neither do I. Why are we talking about this, man? But yeah, no, it is a good topic. It's pretty interesting because I think the underlying intention is at least to like establish a relationship and eventually marriage. So there's a lot of elements, man.
Yeah. What do you think, mate?
I think a lot of things.
Underneath the mask.
Let me tell you, there's not enough room on that phone to record what I think.
But
what do you think though? Give advice to my cousin, yeah? Like, what do you think?
Oh, you know what I do think? I think I've got to get a different chair because my back is killing me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got to get lower.
Next week, I'll have another chair that I don't know where I'm going to get it from. We'll get a beanbag.
You know what I feel like? Have you guys ever seen, you guys remember Home Improvement with Tim Allen?
Do you remember when they're like, they're talking to each other like men though?
I feel like, you know what I feel like right now? The guy next door, you never see his face. He just pops his head up and you kind of just see his eyes.
That's the whole idea of this.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm just there sometimes and that's it.
Well, in life or in now?
Right now. That's what I feel like. I feel like I should
in life, I feel like I'm just peeping over the fence, just like looking at other people live their life.
We're not including you enough.
No, well, this is the whole idea. The whole idea is that I'll just speak sometimes.
That's shit, man. I feel bad for not like including you.
I don't want to be included.
Well, you can change the format if you want, but
no, I don't want to change the format.
But I value your opinion.
I'm here because I'm told to be here.
You know about like the whole dating thing that we just talked about, or the relationship thing, or whatever it was. Man, Josh is the most qualified. He's married.
I don't know who Josh is.
I mean,
Josh does not exist.
Western suburbs. Western suburbs Spider-Man over here. Man, because it's the West, you got your work cut out for you. You're going to have to start getting subcontractors here with all the crime that goes on in the West.
This can go two ways. Next week, we can get a comfortable chair for you. And we can ditch the mask and get you a fan because it's hot in there. I'll turn that air conditioner on. Or we can literally build a fence. And we can do you exactly like the guy from Home Improvement.
I think that's a great idea.
Like you never see anything below here.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
That was a funny show.
Yeah, it was a funny show.
Home Improvement. Can you get the theme song of that?
Sure.
Oh.
Hey, who's the guy? Jamie. Jamie's the guy from the Joe Rogan podcast who brings all the stuff up. Do you ever see him? You don't see him, do you?
You have. Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
Like as in...
Because he's like, I feel like he's in the corner of the room on the laptop.
That's exactly what he's doing, but... So there's a few times where they've shown him on the camera
Yeah.
And yeah, he speaks, but not all the time. But every podcast he says something. But very,
Yeah.
very small.
I feel like that's what we should do here. Like, for this guy.
Don't you remember it? Oh yeah. That was a good show. Yeah. How long have we been gone for? I don't know how long to do these. Did you just do them until you can't be stuffed anymore? Or?
I don't know, man. Like, how long? Man, some of the Joe Rogan ones, they can go for a long time.
They're like 3 hours.
Yeah, they are.
It's even shorter than the last episode.
What's something?
An hour and 10
think of
minutes.
something funny that we can have a talk about. I feel like we've been really serious.
Last episode, there was actually some pretty funny bits in this one. But yeah. But last episode we told stories at the end.
Yeah, I don't have any other cool stories. Do you have a cool, like something really weird happening to you? Like maybe we can end every.
I saw what you were talking about with Frank. Hey, they were good stories, man. I don't have any weird stuff like that. Doesn't happen to me. It's more just dumb shit that I do every now and then. Like I don't really know. Like, what's something funny that I can share?
But like, there's got to be something weird that's happened to you.
No, I haven't had anything weird. I had a bit of a hectic experience with, like like I had a freaking biopsy done, and this guy walks into the room with, he was meant to do like a procedure that involved like an ultrasound and a needle and stuff. But man, this guy, he just walks into the room with this huge needle and sticks it into my neck, and he holds me down. This guy holds me down.
He was holding it down. Like,
Yeah, I was shaking. I was shaking like, yeah. So should I don't know, should I talk a bit about that?
I don't know.
Talk
Is
about
it
the
funny?
panettone story with the cop? That's a good story, man.
That is a good story. Yeah.
Should I talk about I was the panettone bandit?
Yeah,
Well, it's
Panettone
nearly Christmas time. May as well bring the panettone stuff.
I feel like I need to explain what a panettone is, just in case there's any non-Italian listening.
There's plenty. There's millions.
All right, so let's get into this. It was about 2 years ago. I was driving to a Christmas party, and I can't remember I don't think it was family, but for some reason I think it was work. I don't know. It was definitely a Christmas party though, because I had so much panettone at home, and my mum, being a wog mum, was like, "You got to bring these people panettone." And I don't think it was just one panettone. Like, I had panettones from my panettones. Like, it looked like I had. Oh man, I had panettones strapped into my car.
Yeah,
So-
chocolate panettone.
Yeah, most of them were chocolate panettones.
Oh, they're the
and
best ones.
Those panettones,
I hate
they're
when
pretty
you get-
expensive, man. They're like from Italy.
I
pretty
hate
sure.
when you get a panettone and you're like, oh man, there's a panettone here, and then
It's
you
not
look,
chocolate.
there's sultanas in it, or like dried apricots, and you're like, what is this shit? You know what I mean? I want chocolate.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want dried apricots.
But I had these panettones, man, and my mum was like, we had so many. As Italians do, you get loaded with, when it comes to Easter and Christmas, you get loaded with panettones. You get, I don't know, I feel like you get hand-me-down panettones. You get panettones from everyone, like friends, family, everything. So my mum was busting my balls. She's like, all right, take these to wherever you're going. I was like, all right, I'm not going to be able to get away with this. So I'll bring a couple. I'll give them to whoever wants them. And I'm running late, man. Like, I'm running proper late.
Yeah.
I like to rock up to events late, like fashionably late. That's just, I've always been like that. That's just how I roll.
Yeah.
I was so late to this event, there's no point even leaving the house late. Like, there's no point of
Well, like
getting
an hour late?
I
Or?
was at least an hour late.
Okay, it's late.
But you know me, right? I had to drive from the northern suburbs. it was either to the east or it was to the west. So I had to, no, it was to the west. I had to get on the M80. I'm proper late. I've strapped my panettones into my car. So I've got my panettones strapped in, and I don't know why I did this.
Well, you got the seatbelt.
Yeah, I strapped my panettones in, I piled them up.
What, on the back seat or next to you?
The passenger seat.
You piled them up like a person.
Yeah, I don't know why, man. But I piled them up like a person in my passenger seat, and I strapped them down with the seatbelt because I'm running proper late, and I'm going to drive fast. And I was driving, I mean, not the incriminate, I mean, like, I wasn't driving like proper fast.
How fast?
But I was driving to be fast.
On what, a freeway? Or?
I was on the M80, and I was going quick, man.
You're doing 140.
Oh, I was driving proper fast, right? Let's just put it that way.
120 at least.
Yeah, well, efficient. I was driving efficiently.
But you do that in 50 zones.
No.
I was doing it in 50 zones this morning.
But yeah, I was gunning it. And what happened was I got onto, it was near the Pascoe Road exit. I got around there, and there's that merging road. I don't know if it comes from Epping, but I think it does. I think it comes from Epping Way, and then the road merges, and there's the Pascoe Road exit is over there. And I was flying, and I had my music pretty loud as I usually do, and I didn't notice that the cop merged just before me. And before that, like the cop merged, so before that merging lane, I had to tone down my speed because I was like, this is gonna, if I get done, I'm gonna get into some serious trouble.
Yeah.
And a couple of seconds later, the highway patrol is chasing me like I'm in a pursuit. And it was a chick. It was so
Damn.
Was she
hot?
She wasn't hot.
Damn.
Which is unfortunate. But yeah, she lit me up, and I didn't even really know what was going on. I don't know, maybe I had my music proper loud. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was swerving in and out of traffic, and she was chasing, right? So I pull up on the side of the M80, and she gets out of the car. You know what? She was really nice about it, and I was unsure of my speed. And she did the whole thing, like she asked me, how fast are you going? And I was like, I got no idea. And I didn't have an idea. I had no clue. And I'm sitting there. I was pretty nervous, man. I'm sitting there shitting myself thinking, mate, what's going on here? My car's going to get impounded something. Anyways, and then it wasn't lose your license speed, thank God.
Okay.
I slowed down. So, because I honestly didn't know. I was really shitting myself for a second. I'm like, oh, crap.
Damn.
Anyways, this chick, right, she sees that I've got, it looks like I've robbed the panettone Bank of Melbourne. My front seat is stacked with panettones, and she's laughing. This chick's actually laughing. She's like some Aussie girl. I'm like, great. I've got to explain to this Aussie police officer what a panettone is because I look like an idiot. She was looking at them. So what do you do, man? You got to say something.
Did she ask you, like, what are they?
No, she didn't ask me, but she kept looking at them. I don't know what she thought.
You're driving fast
So
because
I'm driving fast.
you robbed the deli.
I've robbed the deli. She was thinking, what is going on here? And she asked me, she's like, where are you going? And she's looking at the mountain of panettones that I got strapped in the passenger seat. And I said to her, I'm like, man, I'm going to a Christmas party, and I had the biggest like grin on my face, like the biggest smile, and I just felt like I had to tell her what these are. And I was like, oh yeah, I've like, you know, these things. Like, she's looking at them and she's like, yeah. And she's like smiling a little bit. She was actually really nice. She's like, yeah, and what are those? And I was like, oh, I'm Italian. And these are like, man, it's like in between like a muffin and a cake.
These are like cocaine for wogs.
It's like a big muffin. I've got like freaking 6 big muffins strapped into the passenger seat of my car.
It's a big muffin.
I'm like, it's a big, like, how else do you
You know
explain
a muffin break? Just bigger.
Yeah. And that's exactly how I was explaining to her. She was laughing. She was laughing. She thought, I don't know what she thought. Maybe she thought I was lying. She just thought I was the biggest idiot ever. And she's just like, she was laughing and she's just like, okay, right. And she goes back into, I don't know, she goes back to the car to write me a fine, or I don't know what she was trying to do, trying to see if I had a criminal record because she was in there for 3 hours. I was so late to the party, I don't know why I didn't just turn around to come home. But yeah, I copped a fine, and yeah, that was it, man. That was me and the Aussie police officer, and I'm the panettone bandit. I look like I've robbed a deli. But man, apart from dumb stories like that, I don't really have freakish, like those freakish events don't really happen to me. Yeah, I had to like do a biopsy recently. Like I was pretty worried about that.
But did you get a fine from that?
Good name for the
Did you get a fine?
podcast.
Yeah, I copped a fine. I can't remember how much it was.
Man, you should have offered a panettone.
It's probably
Maybe
like 330.
I'll give you a panettone if you just give me a warning.
Man, you know what? If she was like a wild, maybe I could have done that. Can we negotiate using panettones? Look, you take 3 panettones, maybe at least knock like 150 off my fine or something.
How many panettones did you have with you there?
Dude, man, my panettones were stacked to the roof.
So you had like probably 6.
Yeah, I reckon like she probably thought that there was a really tall person in the passenger seat.
Telling you to speed.
Yeah, telling
So
me to
it wasn't
drive
me
fast.
speeding, the panettone was telling me to speed.
Yeah, it's just dumb shit like that. Like, yeah, not a lot of stuff really goes on. I'm pretty chill, man. Like, I'm a pretty conservative person. I feel like, yeah, I probably don't even go out as much as I used to. Everyone's married these days. But yeah, man, that's about it.
Yeah, I don't go out as much as I used to either. Can't be
But
stuffed.
yeah, you know how those people like they go out or they don't even go out. Some people they just go to work and funny things happen to them all the time. It's not me, mate. Maybe it's because I'm an accountant.
It
Shit's
happens to
boring
me
when
a
you're an
bit.
accountant, man.
It happens to me a bit, but it happens to Josh a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
who Josh is, but
I mean, who's Josh? Well, we don't know. But this guy that we might know.
you can tell us stuff about Josh,
The
can't
second
you?
episode in, and we've destroyed this whole facade.
It doesn't matter.
Destroyed it.
Frank started it.
Hey, that's a common name, man.
Yeah, Joshua fit the Battle of Jericho.
Yeah.
Joshua Tree. Joshua from... What's that thing called? That show called? Something Creek? What's that show
Something
called?
Creek.
Yeah.
That's Dawson's Creek, man.
Dawson's Creek. Is it Dawson?
Yeah, what's Joshua got to do with it?
The guy's name is Josh, isn't it? One of the guys in it is Josh. Don't talk shit. It's Josh. Dawson's Creek. Is that a show?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them's Josh in that. Or the actor is Josh. I don't know. The guy from Mighty Ducks. He's in Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think his name is
I
Josh
love
in
him.
real life.
Man, you got some funny stories, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I got funny stories. Can't think of anything now.
Yeah.
I can't think of any funny stories, but I like the freaky ones. I'm telling you, I've had other freaky shit happen to me, like I told last week, but I can't think of anything. When you got to think, I know, like I'll press stop and I'll think of it.
Yeah. It's always like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What else do you reckon?
We should probably finish off every podcast with a song.
Man, I like the idea that you had last time about finishing off the podcast with like a song that reminds you of them.
Yeah, but the only thing is, I wanted to do that, but I can't because of copyright.
Oh, yeah, of course.
If it was on Spotify, I could do it there, but I don't even know how to upload it to Spotify, and I can't be stuffed. I'm not that invested in this.
Yeah. That would be pretty good though, man.
But it would be pretty good to get paid to do this. Imagine like you getting paid to just talk shit. Spider-Man and Matty V.
Spider-Man from the western suburbs. He's got too much work. You need subcontractors here, man. Hey, my car's probably on bricks now, Spider-Man. Mate, go and sort me.
Because the West is dodgy.
But if you were Spider-Man from the northern suburbs, you'd have half the workload. True?
From the north.
Yeah, because the
There's more
northern
trouble
suburbs, because
here.
it's a better place.
Do you reckon? Isn't it north dodgy as well?
North is pretty dodgy.
You reckon? Nah, you know what? It's one of those things like, back to the whole rating system again. You rate the suburbs that you grew up in. So when I talk to like you guys or guys that are from the West, they're like, the West is nothing to them. When I come to the West, I feel like I can't park too far away from any premises that I attend to because I could get stabbed.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like.
Well,
Some
when-
places more than others. Taylor's
when you
Lakes, I
come-
feel pretty safe.
When you come here, you feel unsafe.
Nah, he is safe, man. Nah, he is good. But what about like sometimes when I go to Altona, it's like I could die.
Dude,
here.
man, we grew up in Altona North. It was,
That's hectic, man.
yeah. I mean,
It's not that bad though.
It's not that
You
bad.
reckon?
Maybe back then. It
Hey,
wasn't-
people
wasn't that
approach
bad.
me at Altona North. I've had dudes approach me at at the server. They're like, they're actually like friendly, so nothing bad. People asking me if I'm from the area. Man, some guy reckons he's seen me around.
Dude, man, a guy in a VL Turbo tried to run me over once in Altona.
Man, that's a good story.
I fell over onto the nature strip. But they weren't trying to run me over. They were trying to joke and scare me. But they got so close that I fell over.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah.
They could have killed you.
They were in a VL Turbo, I remember.
That's full on. That's what I'm saying about the western suburbs. So if you're Spider-Man in the western suburbs, you got a good gig, man. You can start outsourcing to Victoria Police. You can get subbies. You're going to have to see me, man. Come to the accountant, man. We'll sort you out. You're going to make so much cash.
James, why don't you tell a story about the first time you and Josh got drunk?
First time I got drunk. Yeah. I remember... how old was I? 15?
I think so.
Yeah. So I think I was like wagon school or something like that. I can't even remember if I was even going to school. I don't know. But we were at home and Dad was at home. This is in Altona North. And my parents had a liquor cabinet and we decided to go into the liquor cabinet and get a bottle of Black Douglas Scotch, and we drank the whole thing. And I just remember being so G'd up, I didn't know what it felt like to be drunk. I was so G'd up, I was running around and stuff. We were running down the street, we were being loud. I pissed on someone's front door. Like, it was just hectic. Because they were Maltese, I pissed on their front door. Yeah, that's actually true. That's the reason why I pissed on it.
Dude, they weren't even Maltese.
Huh?
No,
What were they?
they were Italian.
Are they half Maltese?
Hey, friendly fire,
I sensed
man.
it. I sensed that they were Maltese. They're half Maltese.
They're half Maltese.
Anyway, continue.
Okay.
There's something Maltese there. I don't know. Anyway. I'm pretty sure they're Maltese.
Dude,
Anyway,
Lorenzo's
we're in this
mom.
back alley. Huh?
Lorenzo's mum.
Was Lorenzo's mom.
You pissed on some nonny's door. Some nonna. She's probably making pasta for her family, making biscotti, and you pissed on her door.
Yeah, she probably walked down. She was like, what's this? What is this?
Ma disgraziato, ma fangulo. She's going to chase after you with like a wooden spoon or something.
Oh, man. But yeah, and then we were like in this back alley because we lived like near the freeway and like there was a back alley along the freeway. And Josh decided to just pick up this Nokia 3210.
Yeah.
Like a Nokia
He
3210.
decided to pick up a brick.
Yeah, basically a brick.
Mm.
He decided to pivot in my direction and it hit me in the face. He hit me in the face, man, like as in he got my lip. Dude, it's
Mate,
like,
you would have had brain damage after that, man. Just go, you got to be rushed to hospital.
I had to get a freaking facial
That's
reconstruction.
almost ICU.
But dude, man, he freaking, dude, it was bad, man. He split my lip open. I was bleeding everywhere. And I got home. I just remember I started crying and Dad was like, what happened? And I just remember being in the shower and just like throwing up like green stuff. And that was the first time I got drunk. Yeah.
You know, if that happened to me, my dad being such an old school wog, my dad would have belted me.
What do you?
I feel like he would have smacked me. It'd have been
Well,
like,
I had like blood all over my face.
my dad would have been like, well, you're a dickhead, man. How'd you get... Mate, your face is buckled now. Now I'm going to hit you. You buckled your face. It's cooked. I feel like my dad was that type of old school wog. So it never would have happened again. It's one of those things. It's like, man, it's like when you're at a family party and you're playing up. Like, you deserve to get hit. You deserve a bit of a spanking.
Yeah.
And your dad gives it to you and you start crying because you're embarrassed. And your dad starts telling you, man, if you freaking cry loud, I'm going to hit you harder. You're making me look like a shit dad in front of all the rellos.
Yeah. Or you get
It's like
taken.
one of those things.
Yeah. You get taken into the church toilets and you get bashed because you're just talking or mucking around in the service. Park Street.
And the church toilets echo as well, man. So
Yeah.
100% everyone can hear you.
And freaking Drake comes in and he's like, I got to sample that slap. Or Kanye's like making a song out of the slap on my ass from 1995.
He's making millions of it, but you still got a sore ass from like 25 years ago.
Yeah. I still got the bruise from that, man. What about my freaking royalties?
So your ass is like indented. Kim Kardashian's ass is too big. It was just too concave because it's been concave.
Oh, remember when you used to say concave?
Yeah, I'll concave your head in.
Oh, concave, yeah, it didn't. What a funny word, concave. I'll concave it.
That's a big northern suburbs terminology.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll concave his head in. It's like aerator as well. I feel like people from the West, they don't say aerator.
What about staunchology?
A staunchology, yeah, that's a big one.
What's staunch?
Oh, a bit of staunchology. Who's that guy, man? That Jared Elliott. He's a funny guy.
But what's staunch?
You know what? I don't know if I can remember.
Look up what staunch
It's
is.
something staunch. It's like I thought it was just something's like shit. Oh no, I'm probably very well like way off here.
Staunch. It sounds like
Staunchology. Like he was like, oh, a bit of staunchology. Staunch. It's just like nothing. So I thought it was just like fuck all.
is that Jared Elliott guy still doing stuff?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen him around for a while. He was
What
going to
does
say
staunch
something completely
mean?
different to what I said.
Always loyal in supporting a person, organization, or set of beliefs. Or
That can't be
opinions.
right. That's not
Staunch. How do you spell it?
A staunch friend. And
Like
ally.
STAUNCH? Is that what you did? Staunch?
Yeah, that's right.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't
why
make
is it
any
funny?
sense.
Staunchology then. It's not funny.
Or there's
Gotta
actually
mean
another
something
spelling. To staunch something is a homosexual term for storting
That's it.
items
That's what it's
inside
about.
each other's anus.
What? Say that again?
No, it can't be.
To staunch something is a homosexual term
Oh no,
for
staunch.
storing something inside each other's anus.
Storing something.
Like the store something
There's
up your
still
ass.
something in your ass. Like
Like cocaine.
it's the jail wallet.
Like as in, what did you? wait, look at this. Oh, come on, man.
That's probably what he's
That's
made.
probably what he means.
That's
What
it's
did you
about.
do with those apples?
A staunch.
Don't worry, I staunched them.
Yeah,
I
that's
staunched
what it
them
is.
for us.
I put the apples in my ass.
Man, what was I on about? Far out.
Staunch.
A bit of staunchology.
I
yes, eh?
staunch them. So that's the learning. That's the science of putting things in your ass.
Basically knocking. He's basically using it to say he's knocking something off. Pretty much. Storing.
Oh, okay.
Like he's using the jail wallet. He's knocking something off, putting in the jail wallet.
Oh, so it's not like gay or anything.
It-
It's a little bit
No,
gay, but it is
it's
gay.
A bit
like-
gay, but it's not.
Staunchology. What should I name?
What else is funny terms? Or funny like I feel like a lot of this is WOG slang.
Yeah.
Slang from the area.
You're just some girl from the area, bro.
Yeah, you're just some chick from the area. Balenciagas,
Oh, man.
pumped up lips, this that. Edge
Pumped
leggings.
up lips.
That's my cousin Vlad's song. He's a funny guy, man. I reckon he has the funniest podcast I've ever listened to.
Yeah, dude, I've been properly like laughing out loud.
When you showed me his podcast, I've never listened to something more funny.
Yeah.
And it's not like I reckon his podcasts are so good that not only is he very funny, but he actually gives very good like advice. He gives life advice. He talks a lot about his
I
work.
didn't expect.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. Like he's like he mentions he's a big fan of JC. I really love that. I'm a big fan of JC.
Me too.
That's mad. It's awesome, man.
Was
I reckon
Jason-
his podcast is heavily underrated. I hope that somehow he's listening to this. Shout out my cousin Vlad.
Shout out my cousin Vlad. I don't think you ever listened to it, but
Yeah, I don't think he will.
what does JC stand for? Justin Cucumber?
Justin Cucumber. It's going to say jail cuck. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he talks a lot about God. You'd be
Yeah, he
surprised.
does.
You should listen to it. He talks a lot about God and how family is important and marriage is important, having kids is important.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's had that life experience, like being a bit older than. He's like middle aged now. Is he? Oh, he's in his 40s. He's
think
not
he's
old.
40.
He's not old, but he's not young.
I think he's 40.
But he's had all that. So he's gone through his 20s. He's gone through his 30s, and it's good to just hear the type of guy that he was in his 20s. He calls them like his catastrophe years.
Catastrophe years, yeah.
That's mad, man. That makes me laugh every time he uses that word.
Next time he comes to Melbourne, I want to go and see him.
Yeah, I'll go see him.
Yeah.
It's mad how he talks about that, and then he talks about like he got a lot of fulfillment, and he's probably a lot more settled when he got married. I think he got married at the age of 30. Yeah, he was saying, yeah, he just says a lot of good things about life, and he's just funny, man. Everything that guy says is hilarious.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Super hilarious, man. I picked up some of his humor.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful, if I can steal it. Yeah. What do you reckon? One more port and then wrap it?
Yeah.
But I think we should do a song, and you gotta sing.
I've got to sing.
Yeah, like Frank did.
No,
But
I can't. Did Frank sing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did
man.
at the end.
He did
God, you know what, man? God made me good at a lot of things.
Right.
Singing is not one of them.
That's why it's gonna be funny.
That's the one thing he didn't make me good at.
You reckon you can rap?
I listen to so much rap, I probably should be able to,
Or
but I
reckon we just
definitely
try it?
can't.
Huh?
Can we play the guitar?
Yeah, but I think we just get some port first, and then
But you actually want me to sing, man? I can't sing.
you just do whatever you want.
I don't know
Just
the
say
words to
something.
anything.
No, you just make up your own song.
Make up my own song.
Yeah, like Frank made up his own song.
No, he didn't, man. I watched the whole podcast twice.
Yeah, he goes, Ivan Schnucken, Durchbein Schneiden,
Like a German.
Heil Hitler. That's what he was doing. Schnucken, Fisch ein Schnucken.
Yeah, look, man, I don't know what
Get
I'm
the
gonna
good
say.
guitar, the good one.
Can't I just say like an outro, like a closing statement?
Yeah, do it over chords.
Do it over chords.
Yeah. It's very out of tune.
I can't tell because I don't know anything about music apart from I listen to way too much rap.
What are you doing?
Trying
Am
to
I
think of
playing or are you
something
playing?
witty.
We should both grab the guitars.
You know what, man? You know what I should do? I should pick a rap song and change the words to just something stupid.
Then I have to learn chords.
Yeah, true. You can learn chords pretty quickly.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can learn them pretty quickly, but I feel like it's funnier if you just do a little bit of like an outro log or whatever. So I play some.
I feel like I have to give a speech. You serious? Hang on, keep it going. Wait,
What are you looking up?
I'm looking up the lyrics to this song. Wait, this is John Mayer.
This is nothing, man. This is just
No, bullshit.
I'm telling you.
What's the name of this song?
It's no song. I just
No,
made
it is a song.
It's not. It's just like bossa nova kind of sounding stuff.
No, it's
I'm
not.
telling you. I'm actually telling you.
Listen, James. All right, I'm from the northern suburbs. Wait, let me Man, you're playing something different now.
I'm just playing any chords, man. That's what I'm saying.
All right. All right, let me think of something. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say, man.
Say anything, man. Just don't incriminate yourself.
I feel like that's something that's very easy to do. Don't incriminate yourself. I'm trying to think of the lyrics to an Italian song. Oh, dude, I can't say anything without getting cancelled. Everything that I want to say that's funny,
Just say
I'm
it.
going to lose my job, man. That's it. I'm never going to have a job ever again. I can't, dude. I can't say anything.
Just think about what you did today.
All right, go. I was running 1 hour late to work this morning, so I got into my golf And maybe I did 120 on the M80, or maybe I did not, because I'm trying not to incriminate myself. I ran up the stairs, produced the greatest accounting general ledger anyone has ever seen. I slammed it onto the fucking director's desk, and he didn't even know what the fuck he was reading, and it was all pointless. And I think this is it. This is the end. This is the first and last podcast I'll probably ever do. Because I've just ruined it right now doing this ridiculous song. Hey, but you know what? You better have me back on the podcast, though. All right, I think that's it, man. I think I'm done.
Thanks, Matty.
That's a wrap. That's it.